2 years after launch, Dandy's World is still unfinished, and the people who make it are keeping it that way on purpose because an unfinished game makes them more money than a finished one ever could. Now, that's a big claim, so here are 4 pieces of proof, in case, you needed the evidence. Exhibit 1. Follow the money. So, here's what the studio's been doing in the 2 years it couldn't spare to finish the game. A book deal with Scholastic, the Book Fair people, for a guidebook, a novel and a graphic novel. Merch in Five Below, Hot Topic and GameStop. A subscription box deal to post out plushies and posters. An official pop song with a music video. In just 2 years, the franchise found time to become a publisher, a clothing brand, a record label and a mail order company. The game it's all named after is still in testing. Quick one before we go on, only a small slice of you watching are actually subscribed. If you want more videos pulling stuff like this apart, hit that subscribe button. And when fans point this out, the defenders reach for what they think is their best argument and accidentally hand me mine. The line is always, "It's a small team, go easy on them." One commenter said it as a correction mid-argument. I would like to correct the record. Dandy's World has a team with 12 staff, while Dolly's Factory and Toon Universe has a team of 30 plus. 12 people. Be nice, but put that 12 next to the plushie selling out in a day, the GameStop shelf and the Scholastic contract, and the small team line falls apart. You see, 12 developers is a decision made on purpose. A studio making book deal and shop shelf money that stays at 12 developers has decided more developers is the one thing it doesn't need. They could hire, yet they choose merch. The plushie's got the budget, the game got 12 people, and a disclaimer. In the words of this fan, Quelva doesn't care about improving the game. She seems to care about adding skins to get people to play more and adding more marketing products for money, but nothing new in the game. Or, as another comment put it, Dandy's World has a serious problem of making things that shouldn't be minor updates into the main focus. Exhibit 2. The excuse. Dandy's World launched in June 2024. It's just turned 2 years old, and yet it is still officially in alpha. Alpha, you see, is the earliest test stage of a game. The bit before the bit it's actually finished. It's a building site with the fences still up, and you're not meant to judge it because, hey, it's not done yet, which is totally fine for a few months. But 2 years and a billion visits later, and those fences have been up so long, people have started hanging flower baskets off them. And here's why that one word matters more than anything else in this video. Alpha has stopped meaning in development. It's become a disclaimer. It's a magic word that lets a studio sell you skins, plushies, merch, and a paid gifting system while keeping a permanent excuse attached to all of it. Don't expect too much, it's only alpha. You see, a finished game gets treated like a finished game, and alpha gets graded on a curve forever. So the reason to ever leave alpha is 0, because the day you leave is the day the excuses stop. The fans worked this out ages ago, as one put it. I feel like people forget that just because a game is in alpha does not make it devoid of criticism. Criticism is literally what helps a game out of alpha. And another, watching the costumes pile up while that label stayed nailed in place, asks the exact question this video is about. The game is in alpha phase, why do we need the skin and the merch? Good question actually, and here's the answer. Exhibit 3, the treadmill. So, how do you keep a game making money without ever finishing the game itself? Simple, you keep it looking busy. On paper, the studio's hard at work. You get small updates almost every Friday. Open the boxes though, and schmark in small updates will not save Dandy's World. It tells you what's inside.
The small updates, while being content for the game, don't actually address the core issues the game has had for well over a year now. This also gives the developers kind of a bad look. It looks like they don't care and they're going to take their time fixing whatever they want to fix.
And schmark isn't the only YouTuber that feels that way. Indeed, Purple Club sat through 3 weeks of these in a row and did the maths.
These past 3 updates genuinely could have been combined into one slightly bigger update. And I say slightly because this stuff is literally breadcrumbs.
A month of work, and the nicest word available is breadcrumbs. That tells you everything, because the filling in every box is the same thing. Skins. New costumes for characters who already had 8. And why do we need the skins? Because the skins are the product and the game's the shop window. Bleem XD put the ratio in plain numbers.
This game is in alpha, and yet more than half of the content released is skins, which is time spent that could be used on more productive things that will make the game better year.
More than half of a game that isn't finished spent on outfits. And the defense that some people make that all of these updates keep the game alive, a commenter beat them to it. As they say, nobody said anything about weekly updates. People just want updates to actually change gameplay, even if it happens once every 2 months. They're right, because nobody even asked for fast, they asked for real. What they got is a costume rail on a loop. Exhibit 4. They took away the suggestion box. A studio that genuinely wanted to finish the game would be desperate to know what's broken. Well, here's what this one did instead. The most requested feature since launch was a tutorial, a way to teach new players. After 2 years, they built one. And the way it works, as Schmark pointed out, is that the game
makes it other players' responsibility to help new players? This makes no sense because you're the literal game. You should be teaching players.
Yes, their solution to teaching people the game was to make it the player's job. Even the homework got outsourced. Then there's the feedback. You see, Dandy's World has no public roadmap. No list of what's coming or when, and it removed the channel where players could send suggestions, saying the game got too popular to moderate them. As this comment sums up nicely, this is what no communication with the community results in. Honestly, all of this isn't how you behave when you're actually trying to finish a game. It's, in fact, how you behave when you'd rather not hear about any of it. So, that's the evidence done. Now let's hear out the other side, because there is a fairly convincing case to be made. Yes, the honest defense is the Roblox algorithm. But isn't the algorithm to blame? It genuinely rewards games that pump out frequent updates and punishes ones that go quiet for 2 months to build something big. And the creators know it. But here's why it doesn't get them off the hook. The algorithm explains the schedule, yes, but it can't explain the destination. Yes, an algorithm can push you to release something every Friday. What it can't do is make you sign a book deal, set up a subscription box, and stock 3 shops, while the gameplay everyone fell in love with sits in the same test phase it was a year and a half ago. These are 2 different things, and only one of them has an excuse. And the most damaging voice here comes from someone calm. It's Schmark, again, reviewing that anniversary update. A creator who liked it, praised the clever new monster, gave real credit, and then summed it up like this.
This update is pretty mid, all things considered. I would say it's the best update in a while though, but the bar is all the way in hell, so I wouldn't consider it a big compliment.
When the people defending you are grading on a curve that low, just being okay starts to look like a treat. Will it ever be finished? Here's a hot take. I believe that they could finish this entire game tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, but pretty damn fast. This is a studio with a Scholastic book deal, merch in 3 high street chains, and plushies that sold out in a day. The money is pouring in. They have the cash to hire 10 more developers and have this game finished by Christmas. If not sooner, they choose not to. Because a finished game is one you have to stand behind, and an unfinished one you can sell merch against forever, while waving off every complaint with, it's only in alpha. The business model is working perfectly, and that's exactly the problem. They don't want to finish Dandy's World, because never finishing it is the most profitable thing they can do. And the people who once loved it most, they're the ones paying for it. In his video, I'm Tired of Dandy's World, BleemXD revealed that he finished the game twice because he loved it that much, saying,
I've completed the game on 2 different accounts because of just how much I love this game. I have seen every single double main. I've reached floors that people can only dream of seeing. But sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I'm not enjoying this game anymore.
When the people whose careers depend on your game start heading for the door, no costume drop is saving you. Purple Cub summed up what's left.
But at the end of the day, it's all an ichor grinding simulator. Or maybe Dandy's wardrobe. You guys can pick. I don't really care.
For a game that's been in testing for 2 years, while its merch takes over 3 high streets, that might be the most honest thing anyone's ever said about it. So, let me know in the comments, is it a grinding simulator, or is the game a wardrobe? Look forward to seeing which one gets more up votes. Seriously though, the players spent 2 years telling the developers exactly what they wanted. They wanted the game finished, and the studio heard them. It just happened to have a book to sell. Thank you so much for watching my video. Smash that like button if you made it to the end, Snipe Army. I appreciate you. Here's till next time. Snipe, snap, out.